Alright, lads and lassies, welcome back. It's actually not too bad now. When I filmed the actual wakeboarding for this, it was terrible weather. Like, it was 9 o'clock in the morning, lashing rain, cold, but listen, this is Ireland. Like, in Ireland when we're born, we like build a bridge and we just get over it and just get on with our day. So that's what's happening. So after much requests of tricks, and that's great because I can keep doing these forever, we're gonna go with the back roll. The back roll is probably the trick a lot of people learn after they've kind of got their basics. It's their first flip, this, or maybe the tantrum. Like, I know people do other ones first, but back roll, tantrum, usually the first flips you ever learn. For me, actually, it was the back roll. So, actually, the back roll, see that stretch of water right there? That is where I learned the back roll when I was 12 years of age here at Loch Muckna. So, pretty cool to come back here and teach it here. So the back roll has two important elements, and the first one is the trick itself. But when you're learning any new invert, actually, not even just the back roll, a boat driver, like obviously a boat driver is essential, like you can't do it without a boat driver, but a good boat driver makes the world of a difference. Like, a good boat driver can mean a trick that would take 100 attempts you can maybe do in like 30. So seriously, a good boat driver will change the world for you. Right, so first I'm going to talk about the back roll, and then I will get to driving the boat for a back roll. So if you haven't seen the video Mastering the Basics, where I talk about all the basics, which includes the progressive edge, then I'd suggest you go watch that now, because the progressive edge is so essential. So the link is in the description. Now that you've watched Mastering the Basics, or you even just know what the progressive edge is, let's do the trick. I've watched so many people learn how to back roll over the years, and I think David Coates, using him a lot lately, I guess he taught me a lot. So anyway, I saw him teach a lot of people the back roll at Extreme Gene, probably taught like 30 or 40 people at least, and this is most certainly the ticket. The hardest part about it is getting your head around it. Like, it's scary. You're going 20 odd miles an hour in a boat, and water can feel like concrete at that. So here's what to do to get over it. So you ride a bit slower, just one wake, and you basically just want to flip it. So how do you do that? So you cut out about 10 foot away from the wake. Then you take your backhand off, believe it or not. So then you come in and you want to have your elbows locked in as you can. Now I know it's hard because we're not all the bloody rock, like, but do you know what I mean? You should be able to get it in a little bit anyway. As you get to the wake, the tension will actually be relieved a little bit, so it won't be as hard. And what you want to do is nearly scoop the board behind you using your hips. Now what you do then is you follow your head around as well, so you look over your leading shoulder. Now for that first one, you can let go of the rope, whatever, it's just to do it. Do that like 7 to 12 times just to get your bearings, and then we move on to the big bad boy stuff. The two-handed back roll. Alright, so you go out wider from the boat, like 14, 15 feet. So it's all about the progressive edge, and again, if you don't know what that is, in the description there's a link for that. But basically, you got to build your edge stronger and stronger and stronger. So what you do then is you cut in, you're building, building, building. Now as you get to the top of the wake, just like the one-handed one, up with your hips, over your head, and then here it is. Now the cliche thing, how do you land it when you're coming from in the air, how do you land it? And the cliche answer is spot your landing, bend your knees, keep your head up, all right? Now easier said than done, I agree. Let's say 3/4 of the way through the flip, you kind of can see your landing if you kept your eyes open. So let's say you can see your landing. There's no point false hoping into landing and kind of dropping out of it, because you'll never ever get it consistent. So what you do to overcome that is you want to spot it and you want to like kick into the landing, like stomp it, all right? Then when you do stomp it, bend the knees, head up, and ride away and be like cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Alright, so that's the back roll. Now the second part that we talked about was the driver. As the wakeboarder hits the wake, you want to come off the throttle for the first few, completely kill the power. And that's going to give the rider the bravery or the courage to do it, because they're going to be confident, because it's just going to be like falling in a hot tub, or here, a cold tub, whatever. And that's it really. That is the back roll. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, I guess. Comment below what you'd like to see next week, because I'm open to options, I'm open to anything. I know a lot of people said front roll, maybe something different, sure, who knows. And please give the old thumbs up on the old video, or even if you share it on Facebook, and of course subscribe, because I have new videos coming flat out, baby. Thanks a million, see you soon.